And when I came to Slovakia, I feel like I was kind of culture shocked when I saw how beautiful people are here. You know, like they're so exotic for me, right? Like Slovak women, unbelievable. Slovak men, believable. Yeah. I was like, you know, I wanted to lose weight, I wanted to look better. I went to the gym a little bit, you know, and when you go to the gym here, sometimes people want to talk to you, like they want to give you advice. I remember this one guy, one time I was at the gym, I was doing my biceps, he comes right behind me, he's like, can I show you something? I'm like, sure. Well, he gets like right behind me, holds my hand, and it's like, you gotta do it like this. I'm like, okay, dude, thank you. So I move on to triceps and I'm doing it, it's like, hey, can I show you something? I guess, you know, he comes over, he's like, you gotta do it like, I love it, you know? And then there's this like, I'm like, okay, fuck it, this guy's crazy. So I'm like, I'm gonna do something where he can't help me. And I go start doing bench presses, you know? And he comes standing right above me with his nuts hanging off my forehead. He's like, you need a spot, you know, you gotta go like, And now I have to go to the pisser, you know, I have to go to the toilet to take a piss. And I'm worried that he's gonna run up behind me. He's like, that's not how you hold it. But you know, yeah, some people are like, yeah, did you ever try going to the doctor, to a dietitian? I was like, yeah, I did, but like, you know, I get awkward, I'm a comedian, I don't know how to talk around doctors. I was with this doctor, he started asking me questions, he was like, yeah, like, do you drink? I was like, what do you have? He was like, do you smoke weed or cigarette? I was like, yes. And yeah, he was like, are you sexually active? And I was like, I know like a lot of volcanoes that are active but haven't erupted in what feels like thousands of years. I've been activated, I guess. Yeah. And you know, like with my wife in the beginning of our relationship, there was passion. I was much thinner. You know, every time we were about to have sex, I would take off my clothes, she would take off her clothes. I would get on top of her, she would look me in the eyes and she would say, I love you. Nowadays, you know, put in a little bit of weight, so, you know, I get on top of her, she looks me in the eyes and she says, you don't love me anymore? Well, yeah. Come on through. No problem. Give a round of applause for these guys. Right, thank you. Anyway, so yeah, there's this thing called pretty privilege. Do you guys know what that is? It's like where good-looking people can get away with things that other people can't. And this was, yeah, exactly. The ladies know what I'm talking about. But the thing is, like, I had this experience firsthand. I was with this French friend of mine. He's a very good-looking guy, and every time that we went out, he could get away with pick-up lines that I could never, right? He would walk up to a girl and be like, hey, touch my shirt. And be like, okay. He would touch the shirt, you know? And I'd be like, you know what that is? He'd be like, what? I'm like, boyfriend material. How do you make that work, right? You know? And they were head over heels. Or he had some like really fucked up pickup lines sometimes. Like he would walk up to a girl with a napkin and be like, sorry, does this smell like chloroform to you? And they would be head over heels, they would be laughing. Now imagine if I did that. I would walk up to a girl and be like, hey, touch my shirt. She'd be like, no. Fuck. Was it chloroform? Yeah, but it's interesting, man. When I came here, there was a lot of things that were kind of a shock to me. But yeah, I had my own kid, you know, growing up in Iran was kind of different. I mean, I worked here as a teacher, so I kind of knew that children are weird. Like a lot of them are like, they ask weird questions. I had this one student who, this is a literal student, this is an actual true story. He came up to me and was like, Mr. Sia, I know we can't say hi Hitler, but can we say bye Hitler? Leave Hitler alone, dude. What the fuck? Or I had this student who kept asking me, where do babies come from? I was like, you have baby friends, why don't you fucking ask them? Or yes, some of them were like, very emotional. I had this one student, and he wasn't very good at spelling, so I was trying to incorporate games in order to make it easier for him. So I was like, saying, okay, let's play hangman. Do you guys know what hangman is?
Yeah.
Like, the man gets hanged if you don't spell correctly. So he didn't, and the man got hanged, So he started crying. He was like, oh, Mr. Sia, why did the man have to die? I was like, because you can't fucking spell, buddy. He was like, and he started crying even more. I was like, don't worry, not everybody can do everything. Like, I can't rap, He was like, Mr. Sia, can I rap? It's like, fuck no, you can't even spell it. That one wasn't so real. But yeah, it's I had this other student of mine who was a complete sociopath. Like, she had just removed her tonsils, so I would go to her place to teach her, and again, we'd play games in order to make it easier. We would play a tea party. I would pour her tea, she would pour me tea, and we'd be talking and working on vocabulary, and we're doing different matching adjectives. I was cold, warm, empty, full. And I'm like, why don't you give me an example of a sentence with full, with the word full? And she writes, hole full of people. I'm looking at this 8-year-old head to toe in pink, with a tiara. She's written hole full of people. And I'm like, I don't think I understand what you're saying. Can you use it as a sentence, in a sentence? She was like, yes, there is a hole and it's full of people. I'm like, okay, so hold on one second. Can you draw it? Can you draw it so I can be sure what you mean? So she starts drawing a mass grave with a bunch of horizontal stick figures in them, with a vertical stick figure at the top with a shovel in his hand. I'm like, what the fuck? Why did you kill all these people? She's like, oh, I can kill them. People die all the time. I'm like, why would they die? And she's like, I don't know, natural causes, poison. Immediately you put down my teacup, I'm like, you fucking psycho. Who have you been poisoning?